Yeah, today I want to discuss the business sense of really farming as compared to the workers. Most of you guys, sometimes you surprise me. Somebody's having over, let's say, 10 to 15 to 20 goats. And most of the time, you find a person having over 4 workers. Let me talk about this because I really want you to have very good results and I want you to have business. When you have, let's say, 20 animals and you're having over 3 or 2 workers on your farm, which kind of business are you really trying to do? Because if you're paying a worker, let's say over 150,000, you're feeding the worker, you're giving him accommodation, and you think you're going to be doing business in that. Let me tell you, for example, me here, I have flocks, and those flocks have over 200 to 300 goats. Those flocks are managed by one person. What am I trying to mean is that if one person is managing, let's say, 300 goats, and I'm paying him net pay of 150,000. I buy overalls, I buy the nets, I buy the beddings, I treat him, I pay for a cook. So that person is typically managing my animals. And roughly, I think in the month, I'm spending over 250,000 on that person. So 250,000, we need to know how much that person is handling per goat. 250,000, that's Ugandan shillings, divided by the 300 goats. That means per month I'm paying 833 shillings per person. Sorry, per goat. To rear per goat. Per year, this is times 12. That means I'm spending maximum 10,000 rearing a goat per year. And the rest of the 10, because I told you in a year, I spend 20,000 on a goat on the free range. So that means if I'm spending 10,000 on rearing that goat, and the goat is worth, let's say, 500,000, 500,000 minus the 10,000, if let's say I have sold it at that, I have a balance of 490,000 as a profit. When I remove maybe 10,000 of the drugs, vaccines, and so on, I have a balance of 480 as a net pay. You get it? Why? Because I have given a appropriate number of animals per person. But now let's say, for example, you have 20 goats and you have 2 workers on your farm. How do you expect to pay those kind of people? You're going to reach a point and get frustrated. Why? Because you planned badly. You get it? So that's why I always advise you, have more animals and have less workers. So having one person handling 20 or 50 goats is slightly better than you people employing a lot of people, and you'll have less capital. That as well goes back to other people who invest more money in the house. Today I got a farmer. He already has a house. He doesn't have goats, but he has a goat's house. He doesn't have grass, and he's telling me, what should I do? Like, what would you start with? Because without, if you start with grass, as I would advise you, you start with grass, then you put the structures, then the animals. Because even if I get stuck and I have no animals, then I have the grass, somebody can buy it. So I want you guys to have first priorities first. Then look at the labor vis-a-vis the number of animals. There is no any reason why you employ 2 people when you only have 50 animals. Unless you need a vet or a substitute, just in case there is a sickness, and you have a substitute that can stand in for the other. Have a general manager, is the person who can help you if your work is sick. but you want to employ over 4 people on 20 goats. That doesn't make sense. So the reason of making this, I wanted you to know that one person can handle up to 300 goats. He can be able to handle the spraying. He can be able to handle the sweeping. He can be able to handle the treatment. But since you have a manager chips in all conditions, and he can guide. That's what I really wanted you to understand. Stop investing more in labor when you have less animals. Let's have more animals and have at least enough labor. Guys, that is part of my advice that I would like maybe to tell you or to inform you, and please try to understand it. These are just piece of advices. Bye for now.